I keep hearing you all say fun, but what's the fun stuff? Yeah, I would like to know the more about the fun stuff.
Oh, you should want to start.
Like fun stuff or
Fun
like
stuff?
things we did like academically.
Yeah.
As in like field work.
The academic stuff first, you know?
The bad stuff.
Yeah, we start with the bad stuff.
Not the bad
Start
stuff,
with the
sorry.
bad stuff. Hey,
Hi,
Hello.
welcome back to our
second
second
episode
episode.
EGS student podcast. Yeah.
where we engage in our experiences and educate ourselves in the field of environmental and geographical sciences.
And in case you weren't there in the first episode, I'm Yushan, I'm from year 2.
Ethan from year 1.
And I'm Darren. I'm from year 3.
It's been a while since we saw each other.
Yeah.
What have you guys been up to?
Let's start with you.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? It's been like 2 weeks since we last saw
Yeah.
each other, right?
We had an environmental assessment field work recently. Like
Yay, fun.
under the hot sun.
Fun.
That sounds
It was
interesting
cool
though.
though. It was cool. We did leveling stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Surveying and stuff.
What about you, Darren?
Me? Ooh, I kind of did everything under the sun, kind of.
Okay.
So after that, I went to a concert. I went to Cashy's concert, which was fun. And then I went to Belum field trip, which
Ooh.
was much more fun.
Wait,
Yeah.
why? Like you guys get to do field work and field trips. I'm just stuck at the university. Last time I've been on a field trip was last semester to Port Dickson.
Oh.
Yeah.
How was that actually?
Yeah.
I mean, it was fun with the crabs and the sea.
You saw crabs?
Yeah, the small hermit crabs.
We barely saw anything. We saw like a monkey.
Alright.
I saw like
We-
I saw like dead corals.
Yeah, same.
We had ice cream truck. We had the ice cream uncle. Yeah.
That's so nice.
So since you all have more field trips, what will be the closer one?
I guess like once you're in year 2, that's when
Yeah.
field trips start, right?
Really?
Right? So
Yeah.
being in year 2, you
I-
just
I miss Tioman so much. Like we went there over the summer and it was
so much fun.
yeah, so much
right?
fun.
Okay. So to any of y'all that are watching that like doesn't know what the Tioman field trip is that the EGS students keep on talking about, is actually under our tropical environmental science
Yeah.
module.
Yeah, tropical environmental science field course.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we went to Tioman for like 7 days?
Yeah, it was a
7
week.
days.
Wait, that sounds so fun though.
I know. You really have to
Okay, okay.
look forward to year 2 for Tioman,
Yeah.
honestly. Mm-hmm.
The Tioman. But there's like a presentation in the end.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right. We were having fun, but we were also being graded on how we were doing our projects.
I actually still look back at my photos, my photo album, just to look at my Tioman pictures. Because it was so fun.
I keep hearing you all say fun, but what's the fun stuff? Yeah, I would like to know the more about the fun stuff.
Oh, you should want to start.
Like fun stuff or
Fun
like things we did like academically.
Yeah.
As in
Okay.
like field work.
The academic stuff first, you know?
The bad stuff.
Yeah, we start with the bad stuff.
Not the bad
Start
stuff,
with the
sorry.
bad stuff. I mean, it's necessary, I guess. That's why we're there in the first place.
Alright.
It was 20% presentation, I think,
I forgot.
or like, and then 20% performance on the field, like teamwork or whatever, and then it was 60% report. So we had to write a report at the end,
Oh,
like a few weeks after we went to the field trip.
was it tedious though, the report? I think.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Oh no.
Yeah,
You don't want to admit it at first, but yeah.
yeah. I did mine on coral survey, so part of it was surveying like corals and like the fishes, so we get to snorkel.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can talk about that, what we did fieldwork wise. Do you guys have that, like, I think it was like the first day or the second day where we just went into the sea and then took a look at the fish, corals?
Yeah, it was
I forgot
second
what
day for me, I think. The day that we were supposed to snorkel, there was so many jellyfish in the water for some reason. And then Alvin, he was from Reef Check, which is one of like the coral survey NGOs.
Yeah.
And then he got stung so badly, like his entire face was like swollen.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah, he had like bumps like over his face and his neck. It was so bad. But I'm pretty sure
Yikes.
everyone inside got, like everyone that went in the water got stung.
Got stung by jellyfish. I guess we'll talk about like the projects that we did actually, because we have different topics, right? So the first one we did was corals,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was mangroves,
Mangroves.
and then it was microplastic, and then it was the the ant foraging.
Yeah, the ant foraging
Foraging.
thing.
What was-
Then the last one was it wasn't in our grade thing, or it wasn't in our assessment, but we just did it for fun. Dr. Kenny's, what was it?
It was the microbes,
Yeah,
like
microbes.
bacteria. Like we had to swatch,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
and the agar plates.
Yeah, on the agar plates. Yeah. That one.
Unforgettable moments that I had was we did the flying fox counting.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we did the flying fox survey, and then we're supposed to have 2% count how many individuals were on the trees, and then me and Mariam, shout out Mariam, my fellow classmate, we got the same number.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was the exact same number. Yeah, so cool. What do you think about the accommodation there?
Accommodation. Oh, shout out Little Planet.
Yeah,
Shout out Little Planet. The accommodation was really
Cozy?
comfortable.
It was so
I mean,
comfortable, actually.
yeah, it is comfortable because like, it was like we were in a dorm.
But we had bunk beds.
We had bunk beds. Have you ever been in boarding school before?
No,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but I
What do you
wouldn't
mean,
want to try
unfortunately?
I mean, it sounds so fun, like from
Oh,
everybody's like experience, like boarding
okay.
boarding
My
school is so fun.
is unfortunately.
Okay, anyways.
But yeah, it's bunk beds. So you just there's nothing much to explain about bunk beds.
Yeah, but
But also like every time we're after each like field work, I would always have like sands inside my clothes because we're just so like inside of like sands, right? So it's like every time I go to shower, I'm like, why are there so many sand?
Maybe you all can build a small sandcastle in the shower room.
You funny.
the shower like floor is always like sandy. What do you do for your report actually? Like which topic?
Microplastic. I did microplastic, which was under Dr. Siva. One of my unforgettable moments in Tioman was that we went hiking and then we went to the waterfall. Like when we hiked for like, I don't know, a few hours, then we stumbled upon a waterfall and then Dr. Siva was like, okay, let's take your water samples here. But the waterfall was really, really nice. It was really refreshing after like a few hours hike, right? So yeah, it was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah. And we did the water samples before and after we went into the water.
Oh yeah, true.
So
true.
it's like it was all from like our clothing.
Yeah.
So it's kinda
Really?
cool.
Yeah,
to
microplastic.
see like
That's interesting. Like
Yeah.
when I didn't thought about that, like when you're swimming clothes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Swimming suit have plastic in them, right? So we took samples before and after we went in the waterfall, went in the water, so
Yeah.
that we could see that how many microplastics were there from like
Just swimming
from
clothes.
our swimming clothes. Yeah.
and you could tell like whose swimming suit it was from the colours.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
literally like see from like after we get the water samples, you can literally see from the microscope,
yeah.
like the colors of the microplastic. It would be like one line like that. Microplastics, and they'd be like blue and then red, and be like, oh my god, you wore red. That's from you. You know,
Yeah, that's from you.
Yeah, that's from you.
You're contributing.
You contribute to the plastics.
For mangroves, we had to also cross the river.
Oh my god, mangroves.
Yeah. It was so fun though, like being inside. Luckily I wore hiking shoes, so I didn't lose my shoe. But I know so many people they lost their shoe. It just got stuck somewhere in the mud.
I wore like a. What's it called? Like a wader. Like a wader inside of the mangroves.
Wader? Like
Yeah.
an overall.
Like an overall wader.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I didn't lose anything. This was my will to live. I'm kidding. And then there was this one time where I got stuck in the mangrove swamp.
Oh.
Then Dr. Alison literally had to pull me out like that, and I was like, "Damn!" I almost took her in with me. I'm not even kidding. Because she was like really small.
Yeah.
She's so small, and then I'm like this giant of her.
Yeah. But she's the real one though.
Yeah, I'll take note. So all of these fun activities, who are the lecturers involved? Since it sounds like they have their own specialties.
For microplastics, it was Dr. Siva, but he also helped us with corals too.
For me, it would be Dr. Alison and Dr. Ethan. Dr. Alison literally pulled me out of the mangrove swamp when I was stuck. Dr. Ethan I think she was like module convener, I think, for this one
Yeah.
actually. So she was the one that's like, was heavily involved with us. Like every email came from her. Like every email about Tioman came from her, like Dr. Ethan. And then who else was it? Alvin.
Yeah, from Reef Check.
Check, the NGO that we mentioned.
Uh-huh.
So we did coral surveying with Alvin, and for you guys, did he bring his family also? His wife and his son? Yeah, he did. So
Really
yeah,
cute.
they were pretty cute.
Yeah.
And then
Dr.
helping-
Alison brought her daughter too.
Oh really?
Yeah, Dr.
When she
Alison.
was with us, she didn't.
Yeah, she was, because we had to hike, right, the waterfall.
Right.
She did it like a boss. She
Oh,
was
the
going.
Dr.
little-
Alison's
yeah,
daughter.
the daughter.
I love her.
She was tiny, but she was like powering through it.
Yeah. Yeah, talking about Alvin also, he did have like his friend that helped him
Oh, Wak.
walk.
He's from Little
Shout out
Planet.
walk.
Yeah, he was really funny though. He was really fun.
Fun guy.
Yeah, he organized all the team building activities. I guess.
Oh really?
Like for fun.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's quite a fun guy. And then
Dr.
last
Sophie?
Dr. Sophie. Dr. Sophie is the one that's in charge with the ant foraging
Yeah,
activity.
she's from the UK. Right.
From the UK.
Right.
Yeah.
The UK.
She's from the UK, so I think every year she comes to Malaysia for the Tioman field trip.
Just for the Tioman.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah. If I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's very respectable.
That is very
All the way
admirable,
from
honestly.
UK.
I
That's
know.
Yeah. And also Dr. Kenny.
Let's see, Dr. Kenny.
Yeah.
He was the one that was doing the microbes.
Mm-hmm.
We have to swap our thing on the agar.
Yeah, he was so chill though.
Yeah. He seemed like he was
Okay.
having fun also, right?
Yeah. He was just like
I love that though.
giggling like all the time. I think that's it for lectures.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions? I'm interviewing. Do you have any more questions for us?
I mean, for now, it seems fun. I
Right.
think I will look forward to it.
Mhm.
You know, the experience with the lecturers and my classmates and whatever presentations and the report coming out after
Yeah.
Oh my god, also like during Tioman, right?
that.
Was the first time we did like the Rstudio, no?
Oh, it just
remember
triggered
during-
something in me.
I remember during that time because my
Yeah.
group, it was me and two other guys, and then we had to do the flying fox, and then literally Dr. Ipin taught us how to do Rstudio, and we didn't know how to.
Yeah, it was Dr. Sophie for us. It was it was afternoon. It was so humid and sunny. Everyone just wanted to just take a nap. But we had to learn about our studio. It was okay. It helped us with our presentation, I guess.
It helped, but
But
it
the
was
la-
quite extensive
Yeah.
at one point.
The last day of our the last night, I guess, we had to do a presentation, and it was a bit chaotic. Everyone was just sitting in front of their laptops for like the whole afternoon, trying to figure out like how like do the slides, like take care of the data and stuff.
Yeah.
And Ben was so nervous. He didn't even eat his dinner. His dinner was just sitting in front of him.
presentation. He didn't eat his dinner.
Yeah, his dinner was just sitting in front of
Ben,
him,
come on.
and he was just on his laptop. He's like, guys, I'm
Honestly,
so
same.
nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would know because I was in his group.
Understandable.
Interesting.
But I had another really fun moment in Tioman. I think it was one of the late night classes we had. After that, me and some of my friends, we went to walk around like the area,
Right.
and then we stumbled upon this random like band, like local band. They were just like performing and busking. So we did some songs with them, and it was so fun. And we jammed with them.
Yushan, how are you gonna explain that you're contributing to noise pollution in the island?
Oops.
I take full accountability. It was loud. Like we could hear the drums from like where we were at. So that's how we knew like there was a band.
band.
Yeah, that was like calling.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
That's it
That's it for
That's it.
our
for our experience in Tioman.
So our lovely producers, they prepared a little video, like an interview thing that compiled everyone's opinions on the Tioman trip.
This is interesting because I didn't hear about the producers doing this, so this is quite a surprise for me.
For
For
me
us,
too.
honestly.
Yeah, it's quite
Yeah.
interesting.
So let's
Check it out.
let's check it
Yeah.
out. Yeah, let's see
Okay.
what we have to say about this video. Okay.
Hi there, my name is Suki. I'm from Year 2 EGS.
Hello,
And
Suki.
today, I'll be interviewing EGS students and their experiences on the Tioman field trip. Let's go! Good morning, girls. Morning. Today, I'm here to interview you about your Tioman field trip experience.
Okay, listen.
So tell me, what did you expect from this Tioman field trip and what was it like in reality? For me, I didn't expect that it's quite packed for each day. Like,
I like the part.
each day you have to finish several tasks. Yeah.
With Tioman, I initially expected it to be like horrible because I didn't want to leave home. It was quite early on in the year, but in reality, it was so much fun and it's so worth it.
I didn't expect that the room that we stay, no aircon, only a fan.
So, well, Tioman was so much more beautiful than I thought would be. Like as an island, I wasn't expecting that, and the ocean was so nice to like be in, and the actual field work was like way more fun than I thought it was going to be because we were doing different things every day. So it wasn't like just continuous one thing. It didn't never got boring. We were doing like lots of different things as well. So that was
Oh, but can I just pause and say something?
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like
Take the floor.
we did a lot of things, but it was so packed.
It was.
Like I feel like I couldn't breathe.
We didn't have time to
sometimes.
relax actually.
Yeah.
We didn't have time to like sit down and like take a breather.
Yeah.
Which is like I'm not saying that it's a bad thing for the assessment. I'm just saying
Yeah.
we're very opinionated.
Yeah, but it's chill though. I think that's how it's meant to be, I guess.
I know it was fun, but it was also very quite extensive.
I
Yeah.
remember we would always have classes at night.
Yeah, we do have classes
Yeah.
at night. At night,
Yeah.
beside the ocean.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also I kind of want to add on that because like someone said the rooms had no aircon. But it was actually quite chill.
Yeah,
It
I
was
was gonna
actually
say,
really
yeah.
cold because
quite
like we
cold.
opened the what's it called?
The-
Sliding door.
Yeah.
Sliding door. And then we had the natural ocean air came in our room. So it was very fun.
I actually love the room, the beds and everything, because it was so clean.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
It was a
I feel like
better-
we made it not clean. I feel like because we were there, we got out like to do field work and then we came back and it was just sand in our clothes.
Yeah.
So it was just sand in our beds.
Yeah. I remember I still remember the feeling of like going to sleep and you can feel like the grains
Yeah.
like rubbing against
Yeah.
your skin.
Even after you like scrub it off of your body, you're like, oh, I smell feel sandy.
Connected to the beach.
Hell
Shall
yeah.
we?
Yeah.
To be honest, before the field trip, I was kind of dreading it because it was during summer and I kind of wanted to make the most out of it. But I expected it to be like rough. I didn't expect it to be like smooth sailing or whatever. In reality, it was a really like thorough experience for me and really meaningful. I've also made really nice memories with a lot of my friends that I've gotten close to, and yeah, I just didn't expect it. It ended up being really fun. There wasn't a day where I went tired or whatever. I look forward to the next day and stuff, so it was fun.
I was expecting a really chill
Yeah,
and relaxing
yeah.
trip since it was in Tioman. Because like it's my first time in Tioman, but actually it's quite stressful, and so the schedule is quite packed. So we need to work in the morning, then have class in the night.
exactly. It was like an all-day schedule, right?
Yeah,
It's really tiring, but very worth it.
yes, sure, for sure. But and we also learned a lot of things during that trip, even though we wake very early and sleep very late. But still, we do learn a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how we survived. Like we actually had to wake up like what 6, 7.
Something.
Yeah, and then we ended like at around 10. Yeah. What is one unforgettable highlight of Tioman field trip?
For the diving section, I have been chased by a jellyfish.
The jellyfish
Is that-
scared me.
Sorry, but the jellyfish is everyone's enemy. That's a foe, not a friend.
The diving because it's my first time and I don't know how to swim, but our professor is so caring and guide me how to swim and finish the task. Yeah.
So when we were surveying coral reefs, we all got stung by jellyfish. That was quite unforgettable. It was quite painful, but a good highlight probably kayaking down the mangroves. That was really like pretty and nice to do. Not as painful as the jellyfish.
Was it your first time being stung by a jellyfish?
Yes.
Same. Same here. We kayak in the river at night with the lecturers. So it's quite nervous when you can't see anything, just with your head torch, and kayak in the river. But then Doctor
But the YouTubers didn't get this though. Like
What?
Wait,
we
what?
didn't get to kayak at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel like it'd be so cool.
I opted out from that. I didn't go kayak at night because I was
Why?
scared. And I was like,
fair.
haven't done much of my work at that time.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, I can't. I was stressed.
That's
I'll
fair though.
trust, yeah.
I think my favorite part about the kayaking was we saw so many pythons just like coiling on the branches.
That's so scary. What if they fall on you? They won't.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get
That's a thought.
free grab ride.
Oh,
Another area.
I mean,
I'm not a crab
it'll be
rider.
like a fun fact, I guess. Fun fact, I
Fun
got
fact.
rained down by a python.
Okay. Wait, sorry. I just
Okay.
kind of want to like gauge around because we have year threes behind the camera. Do y'all ever got stung by jellyfish? Really? We have one.
It was like, I think they said it was like the remains of the dead jellyfish,
Oh,
but it's still
Right,
stuck.
right.
Yeah.
Because like the day before they had like storms, so all the jellyfish.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I
So
think for
the
us
UTs are
too.
saying that it wasn't the jellyfish, it was just like the remainings of a jellyfish that stung them.
Yeah.
I did not get stung.
Really?
Did you?
Alhamdulillah, guys.
I think it was the same for us too. Like, because the waves, I think they break up the dead
Yeah, the
jellyfish.
jellyfish.
Yeah.
And then you
So
can't
it just
see
kind of like
anything.
sting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
It was
they're
just
quite
like-
transparent.
Instead, we can turn off our lights and start to like look up the skies, look up the trees, and enjoy the surroundings around us. Wow.
I don't know, I've got a lot of highlights of Tioman, but I'd say the one highlight that I had, like, if I had to pick, would be kayaking. Because I didn't really know, that was my first time kayaking, and I thought that I was gonna go with one of my friends, but then he went alone when he realized that he can go alone. So I was just like, damn, do I have to go alone now? And I was like, I was really scared that I might flip over and not flip back and like drown in the water. So, but I went on and it was pretty fun. I was drifting through the waters and I acted like I was in a car basically, and it was really fun. And
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Afnan, by the way. Shout out Afnan. He was like when everyone was coming back, right? He was just taking his paddle and swinging it in the water,
Oh
like
my god.
splashing everyone. Like so, everyone like got wet because of him.
Oh.
Yeah, thanks Afnan.
Wait, before we continue, Ethan, what do you think? Because everyone has been saying that kayaking. What do you feel like? Have you been ever kayak
No,
before?
actually no. I've never been
That's
on
one
kayak.
thing to
Yeah.
look forward to.
It sounds so fun, especially the night experience
Yeah,
where like you just turn off and just chill by the river.
Yeah.
I think I'll look forward to
If
it.
you have that, if they give you that
Mm.
option, just go for it. Yeah. I kind of regret it. Half regretted that I didn't go.
Have you
Wow.
been kayaking though?
No,
No, like you know.
not at all.
Actually, that was my first time kayaking too in Tioman.
Really?
Yeah, I've never. And then after Tioman, I never kayaked again.
I don't think
I think we should go back to Tioman
like for fun.
for fun. For
No
fun.
presentation, no
No pres-
classes.
No. Extensive
EGS trip?
pressure.
Yeah.
EGS trip?
Yes, trip?
Can. Okay, continue.
and
Why is he laughing? Wait.
And there was little obstacles along the way too, so that made it fun. There was like a fallen tree or like a branch or something, and I just like avoid it and like drift around it or like go under it. And I also laid on the kayak instead of sitting in it.
Oh.
Wait, what? Wait.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on.
He was laying on the
Uh,
kayak. Oh,
Bonus memory or experience is that I'm closer with my friends, closer to the people that I thought was intimidating in the first year. And I thought that that bonding experience was something we all needed to like get to know each other and to really, like know the person for who they are instead of who we think they are. And I think that was nice.
Oh,
Wait, this is kind of big back of me, but like
big.
the food. The food was so good. We got food for free every day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. And the wedges. The wedges were so good. Every night. Like whenever we had the presentations, I would just stock up on the wedges and like snack on them. Was that your favorite food?
you know, it's so real because I remember talking to Darren about this, and then she was like, wedges?
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
remember the
remember that.
wedges. Eh, year three. Do y'all remember wedges? No, right? They did not
really?
give us wedges.
Really? Because I talked to the previous batch too, like before y'all,
Uh-huh.
and then like everyone was obsessed with the wedges.
Oh, they skipped us, guys. They skipped the wedges.
Please don't skip us. I want wedges.
But really, it was really that
It
good
was
for everyone to say
Yeah,
it's really
'cause
good.
It's always hot and crispy and
Oh.
like seasoned.
Kind of hungry face.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay,
I hate
anyway.
us. I'm kidding.
Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Yeah, I agree. Me too.
For the Tioman field
Hey,
trip,
Dr. Alison,
I'm in
cute.
charge of the mangrove fieldwork component. So of course, the highlight for me is how students react in the mangroves. So for many of them, it will be the first time they are
Wait, like, what does she mean by react?
Like how I lah.
Or like you all the way?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
first time I got into a mangrove like swamp, right? And then
How deep was it though for like
it was
How-
when when I was inside, when I
Yeah.
sank in. It was until here, I think.
Yeah.
Here, like
Maka?
waist.
Like
So
kinda-
Dr. Alison had to like pull
yank
me
you
out.
out?
Like, you're kinda
yank
tall,
me
dude.
out. Yeah, I am tall. So imagine lah. And then I think it was like she did like give us tips, right? She was like, you either when you go into a mangrove, you either step on your
Like
toe,
heel, and then
first,
heel toe.
and then heel toe, something like
Yeah.
that, so you don't sink. So
Yeah.
you don't like step as like how you would normally step. You have to step like heel toe, so that you would not sink. Yeah, something like that. That's what she told me. But yeah, thank God for my waders. Continue.
Close contact with mangroves or they see mangroves up close. Of course, throughout the field survey, during the mangrove component, we were measuring trees, measuring their height, their diameter, identifying the species. And throughout the whole process, of course, they struggle with plant ID or they struggle in the mud.
Me.
That struggle is kind of the highlight because that struggle, at the end of the day, it's part of skill acquisition. So you would be able.
Wait, sorry, she's like, wait, hold on, because I'm saying that I got stuck in the mud, and then she's like, skill acquisition, no skill. Oh, wait,
I mean,
No
I
skill
mean,
is
like,
insane.
not many of our batch got
skill
stuck in
issue.
the
Someone
mud,
said
so
skill issue.
Is it? Nah.
I
thanks,
feel like
doctor.
sharing. I
Oh,
feel sharing a tear.
but
Yeah, sorry, what were you
I think
saying?
it's only your first time.
True.
Yeah, it was
I did my
it's
best.
chill, yeah.
I did my best.
Maybe it was just a very sloshy part.
Maybe, yeah, because I had to like you remember, right? We had to
Yeah.
really go inside the mangroves to
yeah.
like
Yeah, we had to measure like
circumference.
yeah.
So I blame the mangroves. It's not a skill issue, guys.
Yeah, I
It's
wonder.
not. Thank you.
Oh,
It's not a skill issue.
I wonder what Dr. Alison thinks about your.
Maybe she doesn't remember.
Maybe it's like a brief from work. Like side entertainment.
Maybe she's like,
That's cute. I
yeah.
guess.
Okay, continue.
Continue.
To have a full experience of field work in the mangroves and also learn from it. So to me, that is the highlight.
Oh,
That's
she's
really cute, actually.
adorable. Is
Oh,
it? Is that it?
I think
We're
so.
done. We want
Yeah.
more. We
Oh.
want more. Oh. How do you guys think? What's your reaction? Okay, first you seeing that everyone's talking about Tioman in like such different aspects.
I think, yeah, it sounds fun. Other than the jellyfish, apparently, I think everybody is like hard hating on the jellyfish.
You'll be fine though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
it
is-
sounds fun and something to look forward to.
Getting stung by jellyfish?
No.
Oh, the Tioman.
Yes, the kayaking experience.
I see. Okay.
No jellyfish.
What about the classes at night? Something to look forward to?
Maybe I'll
Dr.
slow down.
Siva's watching. Dr. Even's watching.
I will be attending with full energy. Yeah, I'll be listening to everything you say.
Yeah.
Do you like the ocean in general?
Actually, yes. I would prefer the ocean than the mountains. I don't know, maybe because I'm lazy to climb.
Oh,
But
understandable.
as an like an island girl, like I love the ocean.
Island girl.
Actually, my favorite part was the waterfall.
The waterfall.
Like hiking, up and going to the waterfall.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Because like you hike for like a few hours and then you get like a small little treat, which is the waterfall,
Yeah.
right? You're like, oh, finally after like 2 hours of hiking,
Mhm.
we can finally dip into the waterfall. That
and then we
was
tap
really
out
nice.
nasi lemak
Oh,
like to bring
yeah,
to the top, and you're so hungry,
yeah.
and
It's
then
like
it's
digested.
so good. It's the best nasi lemak ever
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me also, like I agree with everything they say, especially Yanling, because Yanling was my batch, right? So like, yeah, we have the same experience, and she did say a few things that I was thinking about as well. Like it was very as extensive as it was as like high pressure because of like what we learn in classes and then like the presentation at the end of the week, but it was still something that was very thorough that we learned. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah,
I think also Tioman is such a good location
true.
because you get waterfall, you get
Mhm.
the ocean, and then
And
you
also
get
a good
mangroves.
location for the accommodation actually, because it was like at the end
Yeah.
of the
So it's so
side, right?
peaceful.
So it was just like us,
It was just
not
us.
like anybody else. Like we weren't in with like all the other resorts or anything. It was just like Little
Yeah.
Planet at the end there. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was fun.
Also, I don't think anyone mentioned this, but we saw a lot of stingrays.
Oh.
Stingrays.
Yeah,
Okay.
especially
That's
when
nice.
we were snorkeling, and even like across the river, you can kind of see them like swimming at the bottom.
Stingrays?
Yeah.
Did
Did we
I?
find it?
Did I recall any say hello? Did we see any stingrays?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then it's just me.
Oh, girl.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That was not from that salt turtle.
Oh,
That's
another group
really
saw a
cool.
turtle. Darren doesn't remember anything.
I think I've short term memory loss. Sorry.
That's it for today. Thank you everyone
Oh my god, thank you. Yeah.
for tuning in. Remember to follow EGS Student Media on YouTube and Spotify for more episodes.
Yeah. So this has been Darin.
Ethan.
And Yushan.
Yay!
Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.